Hi students, welcome to the class 12. In this class we are discussing Lagrange's theorem and consequences of Lagrange's theorem. First one, index of the subgroup H in G. Index of the subgroup H in G is the number of distinct cosets, right cosets or left cosets of a subgroup H of a group G is called the index of subgroup H in G, and it is denoted by this symbol or Ig of H. This is index of subgroup H in G. Index of subgroup H in G is number of distinct right cosets of a subgroup H of group G is called index of the subgroup H in G. Next one, very important, Lagrange's theorem. Lagrange's theorem states that if G is any finite group and H is any subgroup of G, then order of H divides order of G. This is the statement of Lagrange's theorem. If G is any finite group, H is any subgroup of G, then order of H divides order of G. Proof. Let order of G is n, order of H is n. We have to prove that order of H divides order of G. That is m divides n. Since G is finite, it is there in the statement G is finite. G is finite, there are finite number of right cosets or left cosets of H in G. Let the number of distinct right cosets of H in G be k. There are k number of right cosets, that is HA1, HA2 and so on HAK. Since there is a one-to-one correspondence between any two right cosets of H in G, they have same number of elements. In particular, H itself is a right coset, therefore it has m elements. Order of H is m, it has m elements. Therefore, every right coset has m elements. Therefore, the total number of elements in all the k cosets, we have k number of cosets, in all the k cosets is m into k. H has m elements and the number of cosets are k, so number of elements in all the cosets is m into k. This should be equal to n, because HA1 union, HA2 union and so on union HAK equals G. Order of G is n. Therefore, mk equals n. By this statement we can write m divides n, where m is order of subgroup H, n is order of G. This implies order of H divides order of G. Corollary, the index of any subgroup of a finite group is a divisor of the order of the group. Let the index of the subgroup H in the group G be k. K is the index. Then k equals n divided by m, because n equals mk. This is by Lagrange's theorem. K can be written as n by mk. Index can be denoted by this symbol. G is to H equals n by m. But index of H in G equals order of G divided by order of H. Order of G equals order of H into index of H in G. Hence, index of H in G divides order of G by this statement, that is, index of the subgroup divides order of G. But the converse of the Lagrange's theorem is not true, because if m divides n, then it is not necessary that you must have a subgroup of order m. Therefore, converse of the Lagrange's theorem need not be true. Consequences of Lagrange's theorem. First one, if G is a finite group and A belongs to G, then order of H divides order of G. If G is finite group and A is element of G, then order of H divides order of G. Let order of G equals n. A belongs to G and order of A equals m. Since G is a finite group, m is finite. Let H be a subgroup of G generated by the element A, then order of H equals m. Order of A equals m. By Lagrange's theorem, order of H, order of subgroup divides order of group. Here order of subgroup is m. Order of group is n. M divides n. Therefore, order of M is order of A. Order of A divides order of G. Second one, if G is a finite group of order n and A belongs to G, then A power n equals E. That is, A power order of G equals E. G is a finite group of order n. It is given that order of G is n for every A belongs to G. Let A belongs to G. Order of A equals M since G is a finite group. We know from the previous result, order of element A divides order of G. This one. That is M divides n. M divides n nothing but n equals M into K. A power n equals A power mk. A power mk can be written as A power m whole power k equals A power m is E power k. Because order of A is m, order of A is m, A power m equals E. A power m equals E. E power k is E. A power n equals E. A power n nothing but A power order of G equals E. Next one, Euler's theorem. If n is a positive integer and A is any integer relatively prime to n, then A power pi of n is congruent to 1 mod n, where phi is the Euler's phi function. Let G equals set of residue classes A such that A is an integer relatively prime to n. A and n are relatively prime, nothing but their GCD is 1. That is, G is the set of all residue classes of integer mod n. Then with respect to multiplication, Z is a group of order pi of n with the identity residue class 1. Therefore, A belongs to G implies A power order of G equals residue class 1. Order of G is pi. G is the set of all residue class of integer mod n with respect to multiplication. G is the group of order pi of n. Therefore, order of G is pi of n equals residue class identity element 1. Then A power pi of n can be written as residue class A up to pi of n times equals residue class of element 1. This is A into A into A. Residue class of A into A into A up to pi of n times equals residue class element 1. A power pi of n equals is isomorphic to, similar to residue class identity element 1. That is, A power pi of n is congruent to 1 mod n.